Hello guys and welcome to the season opener here for Liga Europe. Season number 3 with the lads of D4 on commentary tonight is myself, Ivor Bryn Mike and Tun Alba Nach. Yeah, I added a little bit of the on the end of it. I know you like that. I know you love it. But we are here for a very, very damp Australian qualifying session. So how are you doing today, Tun?
Yeah, I'm doing alright, and I think damp's a bit of an understatement. Absolutely bucketing it down.
It'll be interesting to see what the race is going to be like. Whether or not we're going to get a wet race. We've seen one already. Are we going to get a dry race? I mean, we're going to get a complete opposite of what we had earlier. Who knows? But I am excited to see how these guys are going to treat us to the season opener. Yeah. And not only do we have the lads of D4 Racing right now, we also got the lads of D2 Racing also being commentated by QVR Dakar and QVR Verstappen. So you got the choice of both divisions to jump in between, and we hope that you check out both.
They've got a choice. You can check out both, but just when you're finished with that, come and stay here.
As we got Marker going off a little bit deep into the grass at turn 1. That's not what he's going to be hoping for, to set an actual decent time. So any people that you think is going to really take this first race by the absolute horns?
Well, if it's anything like the pre-season race, then we can expect Raja and Kieran to do well. But
Raj is not here. Oh no, Raj is here. Sorry.
Yeah, Raja.
I was looking down.
I don't really know. It's hard to tell when you don't know most of the people in a division.
Well, this is also a man to keep our eye on. The Ferrari of Smitsky. He's definitely going to be one to keep our eye on. Ghost Recon, who I don't think was there at the pre-season race, he's going to be one to keep an eye on also. We don't know what his pace is like. He was getting very strong at the end of last season, so he might be carrying that forward into this one.
Yeah, there were some good results at the end of last season for Ghost Recon, so he'll be hoping to carry that momentum through to this season.
As Ibo puts down the benchmark right now with a 144.2.
Should just stop calling now.
Can we?
Over the pole.
Can we? Really?
Yeah, it's too late.
But Nick, Jasper immediately takes away that one, and Jasper showing that he's got some pace.
Yeah,
Out qualifying Kieran right now.
Yeah, but then obviously you still got a long way to go in this session, so can't really read too much into the current times.
Yep, you never know if the conditions are going to get lighter, and they might be on inters at the end. You never know, because it does.
And there's Raja showing his strength in 3 attempts clear of Jasper.
I'm just going to bring up the stream a sec so I can see any comments now. Support for your favourite drivers in this division, as Ghost Recon with a 37.8. My guy. We were just talking about Ghost maybe having some, carrying momentum on from last season, and he's just absolutely smashed out the park.
It's the opposite of the commentator's curse you had last week. It's the commentator's blessing now.
Hey, look, sometimes you gotta get your curses out of the way early in the pre-season, then you start blessing people. But my God, Ghost Recon!
What a lap to go over a second clear of everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, oh, he's back again, stepping out all over the place, but fair play to Ghost Recon. As we got Slayer giving up on his lap, and guessing there was a bit of an issue there with the front wing, as he appeared to have half of it missing. Meanwhile, we got
having only half a front wing will usually lead to abandoning the lap.
yes, and I want to know where he lost it, to be honest. But we got a few guys yet to set a lap time. Don steering wheel, Ryan B, Slayer, Cloudy Cloud, Muppin, and Hilden Vilden, who is just getting out of the way of the Toro Rosso of, I believe, yep, is meh, Ryan.
No. And
oh, no, it's
Vilden just went into the wall.
No, it is meh, Ryan.
Hilden Vilden just lost the back end and went into the wall. So he's going to have to go back to the pits now because he's lost part of his front wing.
As Ibo has just informed us that it will be a dry race. So it's the complete opposite of what we just had.
Yeah, would have been more interesting to watch, I think, had it be a wet race as well.
But Ghost Recon, the man to beat right now. I'm on board with Raj, just seeing how he's getting on. As he is coming up now towards the second sector split. Is he up on his time? He is up on his time, but only by a tenth.
Yes. Unless he finds massive amounts of time in this last sector, it's not going to be enough for him to reclaim that provisional pole.
No. Here comes Raj now. Around. Oh, he's aborted it. I was about to say he's coming around the final corner, but he ducks straight into the pits as we got Dave up in fourth as well. Springing up out of nowhere.
Yeah, we've still got, what's that, 6 people yet to set a lap time. So those 6 are going to be hoping to get a lap in soon, I would guess. Oh, and on top of that, Don's steering wheels just gone into the wall.
Oh, Dave getting a big slide on at the final corner. But is it going to be an improvement for him? He does go 3 tenths quicker. It's just bumped him up into third place ahead of Meh Ryan. Smitsky's retired from the session. Sector 1. And Sector 3 we got yellow flags as well. As we got support in the chat for Leo. I don't know.
No clue.
Yeah, you might have to say the game attack so we know who you're on about. But, you know, let's go Leo in the chat right now. Support for Leo. As we got 7 minutes and just under 40 seconds as well. 7.5 minutes left in the session. At the moment, Ghost Recon, the man on provisional pole, nearly 7 full tenths clear of Raj in second place. Dave in third, who is currently on a lap as he comes now into the penultimate corner, looking to get a good run as he comes around the final corner now, looking to not slide around like he did in the previous lap. He's kept it clean. Let's see what this time will be. And it's a 38.3, good enough to put him up into second place.
Yeah, second place, but he's still a whole 5 tenths off the time by Ghost Recon.
It's just turned out that Ghost Recon is the man to beat.
Yeah, I mean, he's the man to beat right now, but if it's a dry race, then there's every chance that he won't be. so hard to tell who's actually going to be the fastest in a wet quali in a dry race.
I'm interested to see what times Ryan B is going to do. Because last season he did get a podium in D3. Oh, as Jasper goes into the wall. Takes a little bit too much curb on the exit of, I believe that's turn 5? Just before the first sector split.
Maybe I'm not great with turn numbers.
But good news there for Jasper. He does have time to get back into the pit, strap on another set of tyres. And just jumping on board with Jasper to see what the weather conditions are like. I don't know, it might be worth an inter run, I'm not sure. What do you reckon? That's Ryan.
I don't know.
Ryan, a 37.4. He has literally just forced Ghost Recon's hand. And speaking of Ghost Recon, he has just come out of the pits right in front of Ryan.
Yeah, well, on the topic of the weather, it's hard to tell because there's plenty of standing water off of the racing line, and it doesn't appear that the rain's easing up at all.
Yeah, but just looking at that racing line, it does look like it could potentially be time for Inders as Ryan B with a 36.9 as Hilden Vilden is in the gravel building some sandcastles. You love to see it.
I mean, I'm sure he doesn't love to see it, and he's just retired in the gravel track.
And his AI not going to get in the way of Ryan B. So right now we have Ryan B in the McLaren on provisional pole with Meh Ryan in second place. The front row is all Ryans.
Only got one car left in the session to set a lap time, and that's Don Steering Wheel, who has just started a flying lap now.
Yeah, I'll stay on board with Don to see what his first sector time is going to be like.
Oh, and Ghost Recon's lost out of the final corner on his out lap.
Ooh, that's not good, but fortunately for Ghost Recon, he does have time to regroup and come back around for a bit of a last ditch. Well, actually, it could potentially be. Yeah, it will be a last ditch effort, I think. Perhaps he might just be able to make 2 laps out of this, I'm not sure. As Rajan is on pole, he has ruined the Ryan run too. But Raj in that Renault put it on pole position. As
It's looking like we might have a few people trying to go out on inters. On the tyre charts, keep seeing inters show up and then disappear again. Yeah, and Dave's actually on an outlap on intermediate tyres.
Ah, you are right, and it looks like May Ryan is also up in for the Inters, so we'll have to keep an eye on those two especially. As Don does jump up into 6th place. So Don's steering wheel.
Muffins having a nice explore of the infield.
And Ryan B is also chucked on the intermediates.
Though I don't know if he'll actually have enough time to use them.
No. I mean, he's got to leave the pits now.
Yeah.
Is he leaving the pits? I don't think he is. I think that's his session over with. So Ryan B leaving it too late.
Seeing his other lap times are 36s and above, anyone that leaves now will not be able to get a lap time in.
Got on board with Ghost Recon. He just gets onto the curb a little bit on the exit of turn 3. Runs right on the grass in the exit of turn 5. And he is 5 thousandths down on his time right now, so he might be able to improve, you never know.
Done. Deja Vu abandoning his lap before he even starts it due to traffic.
We get to the second sector split. Ghost Recon is up by a 1/10.5. So he has just corner cut turn the fast left, right? I forget what turns they are, but I think it's 11 and 12, isn't it?
I'm not sure, but it doesn't look like he's slowing down, so he may not have actually invalidated.
I mean, he might just about have enough time to cross the line to start another flying lap as Keywan retires from the session. Here he comes now to the line. What's it going to be? It has moved him up into 4th place ahead of mate Ryan, and Ryan B obviously not being able to get out of the pits. But we're going to stick on board with this man on the intermediates right now. Mate Ryan, how quick is he going? He is over 6 times down in the first sector, so maybe not the right call to go on the inters. It did look like on the racing line you could get away with the inters. Yep. As we got an Alpha in the back.
Oh, Ghost Recon in the wall. That's his quality over.
Yep, that was Maka. Maka in the back. And Muppin going off track on the penultimate corner, so I don't think this is going to be an improvement for him. It's definitely not. He has eclipsed the 2-minute mark. What about Don Steering Wheel coming on the final corner now? Is he going to be able to improve? He does. He gets up into 6th. And Jasper, oh, I think there was contact with him in the Mercedes here. We just come onto it at the last second. But right now, I think that is going to be the grid, I think.
Yeah, that's the grid start.
Yeah, so we got Raj on pole position with Jasper alongside in 2nd place. Ryan B and Ghost Recon filling out the 2nd row with Meh, Ryan and Don Steering Wheel on the 3rd row. Kieran and Dave on the 4th row with Slayer and Maka is an Alfa Romeo 5th row lockout. Then outside the top 10 we got Calvin, Christian, Smitsky, Craigie Craig, Nick V7, Cloudy Cloud, Muppin, Ibo and Hilden Vilden, who did not set a lap time.
Yes, that was definitely an interesting volley session.
Yes, indeed. As Craigie says, there was no contact with Jasper. Okay, fair enough. We came onto it last second, not sure, but here we go. We got Raj on pole with a 36.7. Just over a 10th ahead of Jasper, and Ryan is right there with him. The only 3 guys in the 36s. And then we got Ghost Recon, Mir Ryan, Don Steering Wheel, Kieran, Dave, Slayer, Maka, rounding out the top 10. Christian, Smitsky, Craigie, Nick V7, Cloudy Cloud, Muppin, Ibo, and Hilden Vilden rounding out the rest of the grid. Now we have been informed that it is going to be a dry race, so how many of these guys compromise their setups for a better qualifying time? That's the real question right now.
Yeah, but it's going to be hard to know that until we get a couple laps into the race.
As we got Ibo showing support for his teammate in the chat. As we got support for Jasper as well from Tom. So we're just waiting for these guys now to perfect their strategies and to get ready for the formation lap, followed by the 5 red lights. So let's check and see what tyres everyone is on. Ooh, Dave, Maka and Smitsky going for a...
No, Ibo's
oh no, not
disconnected.
Ibo. Someone please send Ibo an invite. We need to get Ibo back in the session ASAP. But as I was saying, Dave, Maka and Smitsky opting for the medium compound. Everyone else on the softs.
I'm surprised there isn't more people that went for a harder tyre compound than the softs.
Yeah, I mean, not only is this, you know, it's fresh compound to everyone, you know, because of the wet qualifying. So the choice really was, it was there for everyone.
Yeah, it's just a bit surprising because you'd have thought taking the mediums as your starting tyre gives you more flexibility with your strategy.
Yeah, now this is going to be interesting because we know that you can do a one-stop soft to mediums or mediums to softs. It's normally slightly quicker, but you do suffer with overheating the tyres a bit.
Yeah,
Whereas,
managing tyres is going to be quite a big part of this race. Whether it's tyre wear or tyre temps, people are going to have to manage them a bit at least.
yep, as we have got a fair few guys already disqualified from the formation lap. As Craigie is in the chat apologising to Smitsky, so maybe those two collided on the formation lap and unable to get sorted. I think the tyres are auto heated anyway. But here we go now. The start of season 3 with a brand new division, Division 4. We go to 5 red lights. Lights out, and we are underway, and it looks like a very good start there from the McLaren of Ryan B, getting side by side with Jasper, as it looks like Raj gets off to a good start as well. What have we got happening further down the field? Ryan B gets a little bit squeezed out. Ghost Recon up at the third, as we got Kieran going around the outside of Ryan B into turn 3, and his teammate following him through side by side. The two
so
Ryans.
Much for a good start from Ryan there.
Oh, a little bit of a slide there from Ryan B. Gets on the curb a little bit too much for my liking, as we got Maka and Dave side by side. Tiny little bit of contact made, but all good. No front wing damage for the McLaren, as we got Slayer going down the inside of his teammate on the faster compound. That's going to be a easy move for the man on the softs to make. As we got further down the field, we have Nick and Cloudy Cloud going at it. Smitsky dropping down into 16th, so not a good start there for Smitsky, but we're going to go back up to this battle towards the front. Raj already getting a 1.5 second gap at the end of lap 1. Absolutely incredible pace on the first lap there from Rajan.
Yeah, that's great from Raj to get that far ahead off the start, but the cars behind them have just sort of formed a nice little group down to about 6th, so those guys are going to all be hoping that they can clear that group as quick as possible.
Cloudy Cloud into the pits. Is this for a front wing change? I'm just going to have a little peek. Yes, it is a front wing change. Ibo picks up a 3-second time penalty.
3-second time penalty on lap
Oh!
1's not
Oh!
exactly...
Ryan lost it on the exit of turn 5 into the wall. He goes no front wing. Very lucky to stay in this race, but that is heartbreaking for the Red Bull driver.
Yeah, now he's just trying to stay out of the way of the other cars. You realise that he isn't fast enough to hold on to many positions here.
So, turn 5 claiming his first victim.
I've got Kieran
oh,
right on the gearbox of Ghost Recon for third.
Oh, Slayer's around. Slayer is facing the wrong way on track. Wonder what's happened there with Slayer. A Cloudy Cloud comes into the pits and he chucks on a set of the hard compound tyres. Raj setting the fastest lap with a 25.6. That's actually a very good lap time.
Yeah. Raj already done a 2-second lead from Jasper behind. It's definitely shown that he's not going to be hanging around in this race.
Raj, of course, one of the guys who really showed his pace in the pre-season race, along with Kieran. Of course, Smitsky taking the victory of the pre-season race, but controversial fashion, to be fair.
Well, I mean, it's quite weird when you get two different winners for a race.
I mean, it's like a participation trophy. Everyone gets one. Ghost Recon getting a lovely run here on Jasper for second place. Is he going to make the move? He's going to try around the outside. Not able to get it done. But all this battling between these guys is just helping Raj build that gap.
It's almost as if Raj is gaining a second on the cars behind him every single lap.
25.4.
I'd say get this guy into D3, but I don't want to race against them.
I say get this guy into D3.
Well, do you want to race against them, eh?
Ghost down the inside. Oh, Jasper. Oh, he gets on the curb. Jasper. They're closing off all the space on the inside.
Yeah, well, if Jasper defending that hard is definitely helping Kieran stay in the back of these guys.
We got a yellow flag in sector 1. What is this for? Is it for Maka? I don't think so.
No,
or
it's
is it
Craigie. Craigie's round at turn 4.
Oh, his tyres are cooked.
5.
His tyres are cooked. It's unfortunate there for Craigie. Once you overheat the tyres, it is so difficult to get them back under control.
Yeah, once you've overheated tyres, especially soft, you might as well just pit for new tyres.
Got a yellow flag in sector 2. What's going on by here? The yellow flags has gone. But we're going back up towards this battle for third place now. That's the real battle that's going on right now, as Jasper does just sneak out of the DRS window, but Ghost Recon with that DRS able to bring him back in. So Jasper needs to gain, I'd say, a good 3 share in the rest of this sector as well as sector 2 to try and close down Raj, who is actually starting to drop back just a little bit. He's lost a 10th to oh, never mind, he just found a 10th again.
Yeah, well, right now Raj doesn't really have to push that hard. He's got, for the amount of laps that we've done so far, he's got more than enough of a lead.
Yes, and Jasper now breaking that DRS. Actually, has he though? Ghost Recon just under. Yep, Ghost Recon has just done enough to get back in DRS. So Ghost Recon utilising certain corners to get back in DRS of Jasper.
and then a bit further behind, Ryan B's now starting to claw his way into that battle. He's got a tenth or so outside of. Oh no, he's dropped far out. Okay, I'll just shut up then.
Well, Kieran does also have DRS on Ghost Recon,
Yeah.
so Ryan, he does need kind of make up as much time as he can in Sector 1 and 2.
But then Ghost Recon's now right onto the back of Jasper once again.
Yeah, he's closed right up with DRS, and Raj already building up that 3-second gap, so...
Yeah, it's looking like it may be quite a lonely race for Raj, but probably better that than battling for the whole race. And Dave Jabiru picked up a 3-second time penalty.
But here goes Ghost Recon. He is all over the back of Jasper right now. He had a little think. He had a little think about it.
It was surely not, especially not this early on in the race.
Here he goes down the inside. Oh!
Jasper just turned in.
Jasper just left him absolutely no room. Ghost was well and truly there. That might be something that goes to the stewards at the end of this race. I mean,
and it's like he didn't get past Ghost Recon as well.
Yep, and Ryan also now on the back of that little train now for third, but Jasper a little bit over aggressive for the first race, and I thought Ghost was side by side with Kieran, but here he goes now around the outside.
He's made it done for the corner, seems.
Yep, a lovely move there from the man in the Williams. Now he can go hunting back after Jasper, and I think it's personal between these two now.
Yeah, but Ghost just got to remember that we've got over 20 laps left in this race, so he shouldn't be thinking of going for any stupid moves at this point.
Yep, that is correct. He's
got Ryan B trying to line up a move on Kieran behind, but not quite able to pull it off.
Yellow flag in sector 3, I'm guessing that's Cloudy Cloud.
Cloudy Cloud still around the last corner, going into the pits for what appears to be another front wing change.
Well, I'm going to stay on board with this battle for third, because these guys are closing in on Jasper again.
Yeah, and all this battling just letting Raj build that gap further and further.
Yep, Raj already got a 4.5 second lead. I mean, we did mention it in the preseason. Yeah, he does have the pace to compete in D3.
Yeah, we've got Mark in the chat saying that Jasper's doing well, and he's also wanted me to guess where he crashed out, so I'm going to guess at the faster chicane, because that's where he always seems to crash.
It's alright, Mark, that's where I crashed as well. It's all good.
You mean that's one of the places you crashed?
Hey, come on now. I think I crashed at every single corner as Christian's out. Christian's lost it on the exit of turn 5, he's in the wall. So, turn 5 claiming Christian. We saw Ryan lose it there earlier. He was lucky to get away with just losing his front wing, but Christian not as lucky as what Ryan was earlier in the race, with his teammate actually, currently leading this race by some margin. As Slayer picks up a 3-second time penalty. But it does appear that at the moment, Ghost Recon appears to have the better pace of these guys, and from second down to 5th.
Yeah, it does appear that in that sort of group, Ghost Recon is the fastest as of right now. And we're definitely going to be getting to the part of the race where the medium tyre runners start to show their pace over everyone else.
Yep, speaking of medium tyre runners starting to show their pace, we got Smitsky looking to make a move on Nick. V7 down into turn 1. Doesn't risk it. Doesn't risk it. He knows he got a second bite of the cherry here. DRS wide open. The run down into turn 3. Is he going to the inside? Yes, he is. Down the inside he goes, and it's a lovely little move there from Smitsky.
Usually as you like there.
Oh!
And Nick's lost it on the curb.
On the curb. Yeah. That's heartbreaking for Nick.
That's just yet another victim of Sector 1 in this race so far.
Yeah, Sector 1 catching many people out. As we got... Oh! Marker has lost it on the exit of the fast left-right. I was just scrolling through because I saw Marker was pretty close to Dave, and he was very close. He just completely lost it on the exit of the left-right.
And we've got our first proper pit stops as Raj and Kieran both coming into the pits. Raj for the hard tyres and Kieran
for the medium
hards. The hards, yeah.
On the visual it says
on the
medium.
visual it says hards. On the
I see mediums on those.
I believe he's actually on hards. It's just the game showing the wrong tyres on the car.
Well, the game showing a glitch. Nah, I don't believe it.
Codemasters glitching. When's that ever happened?
I'll tell you what, this is going to be interesting now. Smitsky on those mediums versus Kieran, who's just come out of the pits on those hards.
Yeah, we've got Slayer picking up another 3-second time penalty.
Meanwhile, Ryan B is still keeping there with Ghost Recon. These guys are going to be coming into the pits very soon. Now,
yeah, and well, with the pit stops that just happened, Dave's now sitting 5th position on those medium tyres. So he's still going to be running for a few more laps before he thinks of pitting, and that will leave him in quite a good position for later on.
Yeah, the big question is, what would you do at this situation? Would you chuck on the hards, or would you stretch in another lap or two for the mediums?
I think I'd...
As Jasper comes into the pits now, so we're going to find out, and Ghost.
I'm not entirely sure, it's a hard call to make.
Well, they all started on...
stretch it for mediums.
Yeah, they all
stretch hard at the start.
Ghost on the mediums, actually. Not Jasper, sorry. And Ryan B on the mediums.
Ryan,
and Ghost.
So we've got Don steering wheel leading the race.
Okay, now this is going to be interesting. Kieran does get the jump on these guys, so he effectively jumps up at the net.
Smitsky and Ghost Recon there.
Yeah, so Kieran effectively gets up into a net P2.
And Ghost going to want to clear Smitsky as quick as possible here.
Yep,
Smitsky being... 10 lap old tyres will be slower than the guys that have just come out of the pits.
Yeah, Smitsky's going to be a huge thorn in the side for both Ghost and Ryan B. But as I was going to say, you know, Kieran getting that undercut on these guys worked out very well for him.
Yes, it has. He's managed to worm his way into P2. As he's just picked up time
picked up
a
3-second. Yeah. But here's the thing.
And he's also not had a great run out of that corner. He's been gained on by Jasper.
Yeah, now this is going to be the issue now for Kieran. These guys are on the mediums. They're going to have a lot more grip. They're going to have a lot more grip than him.
Yeah, and they're also well within DRS range.
Yeah. So here we go, Jasper, DRS wide open. Unfortunately for Ghost Recon, he effectively got to take, as we got Jasper and Kieran side by side through turn 2. I was just about to say that the issue for Ghost Recon and Ryan B right now is the fact that Smitsky does have DRS on the car ahead. As Smitsky does go deep, defends against Ghost Recon. So Smitsky really...
Yeah,
I just realised.
Well,
Smitsky is playing the team game. Look who hasn't pitted yet.
Yeah. In the team game, but Ghost Recon's also looking for any opportunity at all to get past that Ferrari.
Yeah, it is just a matter of time. But oh, here we go. Kieran and Jasper through the fast left right chicane. Now DRS open for Kieran. Is he going to look for a move down the inside or around the outside? I don't think so. He just backs out of it.
Yeah, well, Dom's steering wheel is now pulling into the pits, so if that's what Smitsky's been waiting for, he's going to have to try and defend these last two corners and slow down that train behind them to try and give his teammate a chance.
As it looks like Ghost has got a fantastic run there on Smitsky. He's having a look down the inside. Last of the late breakers. As he just about able to squeeze through there, but they're going to be side by side on the run down into turn 3. Around the outside goes Ghost Recon, and now it's up to Ryan B.
Ghost Recon seems to love pulling that move. It's not the first time we've seen it this race.
Nope, and now Ryan B has to contend with Smitsky.
Meanwhile, Raja has reclaimed the lead of this race.
Yes, he has. Now, this is going to be an interesting thing to see now. Will Jasper be able to close up to Raj before his tyres start to overheat a bit or start to fall off the cliff?
I think that all comes down to how much of a pest Kieran is to him. Kieran can pester Jasper a lot. I don't think Jasper will catch up.
Yes,
at the same time, that also stops Kieran having any chance of catching up to Raj.
As we are waiting to see if Kieran's going to attempt anything into turn 3. I don't think he is. I think he's a little bit too far back.
Yeah, he's well behind that pass.
Meanwhile, Ryan B looking down the inside. Ooh.
I'm just looking at Kieran's amazing compound changing tyres.
I'm looking at Ryan's fantastic soft to medium switcheroo.
Every couple of corners or so, Kieran seems to switch from the hards, or from what his car's showing being medium, to showing hards. So.
Well, Kieran is actually doing a pretty good job at the moment by keeping with Jasper.
Yeah, but Ghost Recon's closing in behind them.
Yeah, but as we said earlier, Ghost Recon does appear to have better pace than these guys ahead. And he is showing that.
Well, he's showing a lot more pace than the Williams did in real life anyway.
That's just a cheap shot.
Doesn't mean it's not true though.
As Dave pulls into the pits now, so that's just released Jasper, and he does have DRS, I think, off the Mercedes or Craigie. So that's going to help Jasper out. Perhaps close in a little bit more on Raj as well.
Yeah, well, through all this, Jasper has clawed back about a second or so to Raj. Because the gap was up to about, 4.5, 5 seconds at one point.
Yeah, and Jasper is not coming alone. He is bringing Kieran and Ghost with him. Meanwhile,
whether he wants to or not.
Meanwhile, Ryan B, he is struggling to get past Smitsky.
Yeah, it's really hurting Ryan B's race here. Being stuck behind that Ferrari.
He was right behind Ghost Recon before the pit stop phases. He is now nearly 4 seconds behind him.
But then I doubt Smitsky is going to go too much longer on these medium tyres.
No, as Ghost picks up a 3-second time penalty. That is not good for the Williams driver, as he is going to close up in DRS, but doesn't make a move Probably going to wait for the run down into turn 3, and there goes Ryan B now, side by side with Smitsky, able to get the job done. So it took Ryan B a fair few laps to get past the Ferrari driver, and now he is 4.5 seconds behind the car in front.
Yes, and Gofreakon and Kieran still battling hard. That's letting Jasper pull ahead of them a bit, and he's definitely starting to reel in that Renault ahead of him.
Here goes, tried it around the outside, he looks for the switchback, doesn't get the drive out of the corner though.
I've got Mark in the chat, taking the place of one of Jasper's cheerleaders.
Gofreakon still all over the back of Kieran. He's got to make a move at some point. He's got to get past this Red Bull driver.
Yeah, because after a while those medium tyres will become slower than those hard, so he's going to want to make that move quickly so he can try and gap the Red Bull as much as possible.
Yeah, and I think his best opportunity has been his hunting ground at turn 3.
Yeah, I think that's possibly the only time he's went for a move there that he hasn't managed to pull it off.
Here he goes now. He's got DRS. He is closing up. Kieran defends to the inside. Is he going to try it around the outside of turn 1? No, he does back out of it, but he looks for the better run on the exit of turn 2, and here we go. They're going to be side by side. Ghost does have the inside line. There's blue flags in front. But Ghost able to hold it. Ooh. Little bit of contact made, but they both get through unscathed. Thank God I panicked a little bit for both of them then.
Yeah, that could have ended badly for both of them, but they managed to get away from that unscathed, so Kieran now will be wanting to hold on to the back of that Williams as hard as possible. Hope that he can get towed along to catch up to the cars ahead.
Yep, speaking of catching up, Jasper now 2.4 seconds behind Raj.
Yes, it appears as though Raj has sort of been having a rest halfway through this race. Ryan B now, first time penalty.
Yeah, you gotta feel for Ryan B a little bit. He got held prisoner in 6th place for such a long time from Smitsky.
Yeah, but then it just shows Smitsky was doing really well trying to hold on to that position, with either just trying to hold on to it for himself, or if he was trying to help his teammate catch up, that's all. Speaking of Smitsky, that's him pulling into the pit now.
Yep, and this is going to be for... It's going to be for softs. It is for softs. Okay, right, this is going to be interesting to see how quickly Smitsky can make his way through the cars ahead. Dave pitted 3 laps earlier and he's on the set of the hards.
Yeah, but then Dave, they were both on the medium, so Dave didn't have the choice of going on to another set of those, so a hard was probably the safer call to make.
Safer call, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting because we both know that those soft tyres, they are going to overheat.
Yeah, they will, it's just a case of when.
As Slayer picks up a 3-second time penalty. Oh no, he's out!
He's out!
He's lost it! He's lost it, the fast left right. So the fast left right claiming a second victim here. As we got yellow flags in sector 3. What if we get a safety car?
Oh, Nick's out
Nick
as well.
I'm guessing maybe lost it in the same place as
Cloudy Cloud picking up a 5-second stop goal for speeding into the pit lane.
Come on, safety car. Safety cars really add some spice into these final 10 laps. Come on, safety car.
Yeah, but we're not going to see one, are we? This game.
You
I've
never
seen
know,
like
the yellow
two.
flags are
I've
still
seen
out.
like two. Yeah, I've seen like two safety cars in this whole game.
I'm staying on board with Craigie just to see where Nick lost his car. Is it in the fast left, right? I think it is. Oh,
I
no,
thought it was in
actually
the
it's not.
fast left, right? He would have passed them.
Yeah.
I think Nick might
Oh,
have.
he's lost
Wait,
it
no.
there.
How did they?
At the end of
That's
the
a bit
DRS
of a.
straight.
That's a bit of a weird place to just lose the car on your own.
Yeah. That's an interesting one, that one is.
And now everyone's sort of spaced out quite a lot, except for the only cars relatively close to each other is Ghost Recon and Kieran still.
Yes, and I'm going to say it right now. I mean, Mayor Ryan has done a fantastic job to get himself back up into 8th place. Oh, he's flown under the radar. He's done a fantastic job to get back up into some decent points paying position. And he's not too far off Dave as well. So if Dave has a penalty...
But then those tires are going to become a bit of a handful for Mayor Ryan over the next 9 laps. They're already 16 laps old.
I mean, I think Ryan's got one more handful of a problem that's going to happen. It's the man that set the fastest lap of the race, Smitsky, who is bearing down on him on those fresh, soft tyres. So we'll keep an eye on that gap between Smitsky and Mayor Ryan. As the gap between Raj and Jasper just seems to is equalised now. As Kieran picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. Yellow flag in sector 3.
I don't know what that yellow flag was for. I thought it was just a lap car letting someone pass.
Yeah, I think it might be. Another name that we haven't really mentioned yet. The man in 10th at the moment.
Yeah.
Ibo in the points. You love to see it.
Ibo well in the points, 2 cars behind them.
It's a good day for Williams. It's a good day for McLaren as well, actually, with Ryan in 5th and Dave in 7th.
Yeah, it's not a bad day for Ferrari or Red Bull either.
Yep. Even Haas, to be fair. Smitsky improves on that lap time again.
I think the only teams you can really say it's been a bad day for are Alfa, Toro Rosso and Mercedes.
Yep. You could say that, and it looks like Kieran tyres may be becoming the quicker tyre because he is all over the back of Ghost Recon again.
Then it could also.
He's going to try around the outside.
The effect of DRS, and he's made the move.
He's made the move. He absolutely stuck it around the outside. You love to see moves like that.
Yes, but now he's got to try and hold off Ghost Recon, who's now going to have the DRS. So.
As Ryan picks up a 3-second time penalty, he does have Smitsky on the back of him as well. I got to keep an eye on this battle between Kieran and Ghost Recon. Ghost Recon down the inside into turn 1. They're side by side. Absolutely wheel to wheel racing between these two.
I get the feeling that these two guys are going to be swapping positions a fair few times before the end of this race.
Yep, and Ghost Recon is able to keep it as Ryan pulls into the pits, and he gets a 5-second speeding penalty.
That's not helping him out at all, but he's going on to the softs. I'm guessing he's going to be gunning for that fastest lap.
Yep, which is currently being held by Cloudy. Now, to be honest, I think that's probably the smartest call from Ryan there.
Yeah, better to do that than risk any chance of getting a puncture.
Well, not just that, you know, he effectively was going to end up in P9 anyway. because he was
Yeah.
dropping away from Dave. Smitsky on the softs would be able to get past him, risking his tyres puncturing towards the end of the race. It was a smarter call because at least now he has a chance to gain one extra point than what he would have.
Yeah, which could see like calling points from this race to Dave, because I can see it possible that Smitsky will get past Dave as well in the next 6 laps.
Yeah. I mean, I think Smitsky and Dave both have a penalty. I know Smitsky does. It did just pop up on the bottom of the screen for us. But I think Dave has one as well. He's usually good for one.
Yeah, I've got Kieran and
Kieran and Ghost
battling out again.
Oh, Cloudy Cloud.
Oh no.
He's
Wonder,
dropped
wonder
it,
where
I'm
he's
guessing,
done that.
fast left, right.
It is looking like it.
As Mupping gets a 3-second time penalty.
Let's just see. Follow Craigie through the end of sector 2 here to see if that is where Cloudy Cloud pinned his car.
As Hilden Vilden picks up a 3-second time penalty also.
No, it
No.
wasn't a fast left right that Cloudy lost his car.
Is it this corner again? At the end of the DRS straight?
No, but Craigie taking an interesting line to avoid.
Got
Faster
another
traffic.
yellow.
I think Cloudy might have pulled into the pits and retired.
Or did he lose it on the straight? Did he lose it on the final corner?
I lost it before the final corner, it seems.
Here we go, Ryan B, Kieran, another little battle. DRS wide open for Kieran as he tries to close in on the man in the Williams.
Yeah, but it's looking like it won't be too long until Smitsky and Dave are having a battle, only 1.25 seconds separating them. That's
Yep,
dropping
that
fairly
gap
rapidly.
is closing. Meanwhile,
And
that's
there's
me,
Ryan.
Ryan.
Fastest
Yep.
lap.
That's a blistering lap from Ryan.
Yeah, 23.
So Smitsky now within DRS of Dave.
He's well within
And-
the DRS range.
Yep, and Kieran, is he going to look to make a move on Ghost Recon? Here he goes, tries around the outside. Oh,
Yeah,
Ghost
but
Recon does
Ghost-
well there.
Go smart to that move this time.
Yep, now I'm just going to go on board with Smitsky and Dave. So I have a feeling this is going to be another move as we got yellow flags in sector 3, I'm guessing, for blue flags.
Smitsky goes right and looking at the inside, but not quite
Nah, he
able
doesn't.
to get the move.
He thinks better of it now. Back on board with
Yep.
Kieran and Ghost. Kieran, is he going to try and move? No, he's going to stick
That
behind
is-
the Williams. Now back to the Ferrari versus McLaren battle. Although I do see Kieran getting very
yeah.
close.
Kieran right on the gearbox of that Williams. I think for Kieran to get past Ghost at this point, it's going to have to be a risky move.
Well, Ghost, he has been having fantastic runs out of turn, on the exit of turn 2, the second DRS straight. Kieran's only real overtaking opportunities have been right here, and here he goes right now, side by side with DRS wide open. He's going to hang it around the outside again. Is Ghost going to be able to defend this time? He does very well again, Ghost.
Yeah. That's Smitsky closing right onto the back of Dave into the fast left right.
Yep, as we got Ibo dropping down into 11th, Vilden getting past Ibo. But Dave
And
also has
Smitsky's-
DRS and the cars ahead, so
Smitsky's still not able to make the move.
yeah, Dave had DRS as Kieran
Oh,
picks up a
Kieran.
3-second time penalty.
I don't believe that's his first one either.
Nah, he could be in trouble from Ryan by here. Because Ryan is closing in as well. We could have a freeway battle towards the end. As this side by side through turn 4. Ghost Recon defending well once again. Fantastic stuff from the Williams driver. Yeah, we got Ryan B closing in on this battle as well. So
it looks like with the aid of Dave having DRS of lap traffic that Smitsky's dropping off the back of him.
I mean, he has done 8 laps on those softs now. They are starting to come towards the end of their life cycle. So I think
Kieran seems to be taking advantage of any extra grip that his hard tyres have given over those.
Yeah, he's going to try around the outside again. Ghost Recon is going to defend to the inside. That's a bit naughty. That's a bit naughty there from Ghost Recon, squeezing him right out onto the curb. And now Ryan B.
Ryan B's got past.
Yep, Ryan B able to get through. That might be one that Stewards might have a little look at after the race. But I don't know what to make of that. What do you reckon?
I don't know. I think it's going to be up to the stewards to decide what happens with that.
Yeah, very well, we've been treated to a fantastic battle between these two. I think that's the first instant where we're both kind of like, that might have been a bit harsh.
Yeah. Also, I'd just like to point out, Jasper has closed the gap to Raj to within 2 seconds now. So it's not out of the question that we'll have a battle for first, though it will just be a short battle if it does happen.
Well, I think the only thing now that will really hurt Raj's chances here is if he picks up a penalty.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him.
Once, while we've been talking, Jasper has gained almost
Oh no! Kieran's lost it!
Oh,
he tried to get the big swing to come onto the DRS straight out of the fast left right. Wasn't able to get it done. He lost the back end. Tyres overheating. And that's him down into 6th place and could potentially he could drop even more positions because we know he's got 2 penalties.
Yeah. And that's now left Ghost Recon and Ryan to battle it out for third.
Yep, and here goes Ryan down the inside into turn 1.
Making up before they even get to the corner.
Yep, his job done.
I was just thinking, these last couple of laps, it seemed like Ryan B has had the edge on pace over Ghost Recon.
Yeah, we got to remember that Ghost Recon has been battling furiously with Kieran, and maybe they just cooked their tyres with it.
And there's Smitsky picking up a time penalty as he's starting to close back on to Dave.
I'll tell you what, Mayor Ryan he's gained quite a lot on Smitsky and Dave.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what the penalty situation is like between Mayor Ryan and that, but
I've got no clue.
I don't know, but could be an interesting one as Ghost Recon did have a little peek around the outside. I just went on board with Smitsky and Dave just to see what was happening, but now I'm going to go back to that battle because here they come now through the fast left, right. Dave appears to have got a very good exit compared to Smitsky. So Dave will be keeping P7 for the time being.
Is it just me or is Ghost Recon not using his DRS? Oh, and he's just almost lost the back end for turn 1. Yeah,
no, he's not.
On my screen it looked, yeah.
Ghost Recon might have a DRS failure.
That's definitely hindering his race, but Ryan B will be thanking God for that, or whoever it is that's helping him out here.
Yeah. Looks like Ghost Recon now without the aid of DRS. I think his tyres are just too far gone to keep up. Meanwhile,
I mean,
Smitsky getting out on the grass as he tries to close in on Dave.
Ghost Recon falling back off Ryan makes our job a bit easier.
Yep, as Ghost Recon actually just put in the chat there and said DRS failure.
Yeah, and we've got Raj now coming round the last couple of corners, finish this race.
Gonna go on board with our the man who put it on pole, led every single lap apart from the pit stop phase. He has completely controlled this race from start to finish. Raj picks up the 25 points, the inaugural race win here for season 3 in D4. Jasper will be very happy with a second place. Ryan B will be thrilled to get back up on the podium. He was there last season in D3 at Hungary, and now he's back again here for season 3 in Australia. Ghost Recon will be very happy with a 4th place, though he will feel that he could have got a little bit more out of it. Don Steering Wheel in 5th, Kieran in 6th, and Dave does finish ahead of Smitsky. And look at that gap, just over a 10th. As Ryan, he does come home in 9th, but he does have the fastest lap point also to his name, so a few points there for Ryan. He'll know that he got a little bit unfortunate with just losing it in the on the exit of turn 5. Lucky to actually keep his race alive from that, actually.
Yeah, and stuff like that happens when you're racing. You've just got to deal with it and try and keep going as well as you can.
Oh yep, he kept going and he got points out of it. That's what you love to see. But this man had absolutely no issues whatsoever in this race. He just completely... He got away out of DRS within the first couple of laps, managed the gap to the guys behind, and just controlled it from there. Kept it clean, no penalties for Raj, I believe.
Yeah, Raj, Jasper and Don Steering Wheel. Only 3 not to pick up any time penalties.
Yep, so our race winner was Raj. Jasper in 2nd, Ryan B 3rd, Ghost Recon in 4th, Don Steering Wheel in 5th, Kieran in 6th. Going to be very disappointed with that, considering he lost it in the final few laps. Dave in 7th, just ahead of Smitsky by just over a 10th, with Ryan in 9th. A good recovery drive there from the Red Bull man. Hilden Vilden 10th, Ibo picking up 2 points in 11th, and then we got Muppin in 12th, with Craigie Craig rounding out the finishers, with Cloudy Cloud, Nick, Slayer, Maka and Calvin Christian our non-finishers here for round 1.
That's definitely a good way to start off the season. Hopefully they can keep races like that up for the whole length of it.
Yes, I'm not going to lie, that was very enjoyable to watch. Very enjoyable. It was a privilege to commentate over it as well. I don't know about you, but I enjoyed that battle at the end of the race with Ryan B, Kieran and Ghost.
The battles that lasted pretty much the whole race.
Yes, but the battles towards the end, they were, you know, they were something special, they were. But yep, Raj picking up 25 points here today. First race winner of the season. I've been Mike, joined in the commentary booth as always with Ton Albanach, and we shall catch you next week for, I believe, the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Yes, I believe it is Bahrain.
Yeah, so we'll catch you next week, 8 PM for round number 2. Until then, guys, have a good one.